Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley. Hi there. In today's class, we are going to be doing some fill-in-the-blank exercises, which involve crime stories, amusing stories of rather stupid and silly crimes. We're going to be using verbs to fill in the blank and fill out the story. So we're going to concern ourselves with knowing the vocabulary. There will be some more formal one-word verbs. There may be some phrasal verbs. In addition to knowing the vocabulary or learning the vocabulary, we're also going to have to concern ourselves with a proper verb tense when we fill in the blank. So a little bit of vocabulary, a little bit of grammar, and hopefully a little bit of entertainment since we'll be reading these funny stories. Okay, let me welcome, let's see, Wagner? Is it Wagner?
Hi, how are you? Yeah, it's Wagner.
Wagner, okay. Welcome to the class. Where are you from?
I'm from Costa Rica, Central America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Welcome to the class. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks. Okay. All right. Our stories today are going to, I'm going to kind of procrastinate a little till we get some more students in here. But our stories today concern some very silly, boneheaded crimes by idiots, or silly crimes. Do people in Costa Rica ever commit stupid crimes that they get caught or
Yeah,
injure themselves? Yeah.
yeah. Once they tried to stop a cow by using a taxi. They tried to put the cow into into a taxi. Obviously, the police stopped them, and it was very fun.
That's a good one. Good example. Okay. Wagner, it was very funny.
It's
Okay.
very funny.
Well,
Okay.
I think it's very funny. Anyway, I laughed.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Right. You need to differentiate fun from funny. Fun means amusing, engaging, entertaining, But funny can mean ha 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 ha, funny, makes you laugh,
All right. Okay.
right? Or,
Mhm.
also funny can mean like, what's that funny smell? Something strange or unusual is
All right.
also what we use funny for. Okay, got another student. Let me welcome JR. Hi, JR.
Hello,
Hi, how are you today?
I am pretty good, thank you. What about you?
Okay, considering.
Okay,
I'm doing all right. Okay, I guess we can get started. For any others out there in Verbling land, plenty of room in the class, so just come in and join us anytime. Doesn't matter to me when you want to join us. All right, in the meantime, gentlemen, let's get started. I'm going to do a screen share, and we're going to do this exercise in which we're looking at a story here. We are going to fill in the blanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using the words down below in parentheses here. So we'll just take turns reading one sentence at a time. Wagner, you can start, beginning here at Professor Marvo.
All right. Professor Marvel, a magician in Argentina.
Yeah, comma. You can continue.
And then the word which should go there is
This is a tricky one.
perform. In Argentina, perform to a stick. Is perform the one which go there?
No, it isn't. This is a tricky one because we have here an idiom. So you're putting the verb in the idiom. So this is a hard one because don't know the idiom, if you haven't heard it before,
No.
it's going to be tricky. So I'm going to help you out. No
Okay.
fear. The verb is come. Okay.
Come
But, right.
to a stick end when one of his tricks was just too believable for his own good.
Now, okay, I helped you out with the verb, but now you have to figure out the verb tense. The verb is come, but we're telling a story here. So when we're telling a story, we have to use past tenses.
Came.
There you go. All right, simple past. Very good. All right, if somebody comes to a sticky end, this is an idiomatic phrase. Any idea, Wagner, what that might mean? Someone comes to a sticky end.
No. Like a hard end.
Well, yeah, well, that's close. If okay, how about this? If I use the adjective sticky, and by the way, it's sticky, not stick. Don't forget the Y. Sticky situation. What am I talking about if I say, oh, it's a sticky situation?
Complicated situation.
Very good. Yes, you are correct. Complicated, difficult to figure out. That's it. Excellent. So he came to a sticky end, a kind of complicated, difficult, not good. It's a negative, definitely negative word. So yeah, so we use this whole phrase, come to a sticky end, to show that it was something complicated, unusual, or difficult. And a sticky situation is one that's hard to manage. Okay, good job, Wagner. We're going to continue just a second. Let me, oh, where did Jair go? Okay, I'm going to welcome some others to the class. Hello, Jorge Luis.
Yeah, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing today?
I am going well, thank you.
Okay. Doing well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anna Carolina, hello. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Nice to have you aboard. And Philip is with us. Always a pleasure, Philip. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, teacher.
Terrific.
Okay.
Glad to
you.
hear it.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, we're going to continue with our story here about Professor Marvo, the magician from Argentina, with Jorge. Okay, just going to read the sentence and fill in the blanks with the words in parentheses down below. These are verbs. We're looking at verbs today, so you're going to have to concern yourself with the verb tense as well.
Okay.
Jorge? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. To a small crowd. What? Cover. I'm not sure, teacher. I think I need help here.
Okay. You need a little help. Okay. All right. Now, here's a clue for you. It's in the beginning. Okay. Well, all right. We're here to learn English. It's in the beginning of a sentence, which, as you probably know, kind of hard to start a sentence with a verb. We normally start a sentence with a subject noun, unless it's a command sentence like clean your room or go to school. Those are command sentences where the subject noun you is assumed. But this is obviously not a command sentence because it's long and it's got commas. It's just a clause. Command sentences are normally simple sentences, not complex sentences with multiple clauses. So what that means is we have only one alternative. What we're really looking for here is a verb with ing, which forms a gerund. Because a gerund, a verb with ing, is the idea of the action. It actually is a noun. It can be a subject noun.
Maybe it's
So,
getting.
he's doing something to a small crowd. Okay, he's a magician. So what do magicians do in front of a crowd?
Hiding things.
Hiding things to a small crowd? No.
No. It's like to a small crowd.
What is the action that they do for the crowd? You could actually use for here as well. All right. Well, probably perform. All right. Right?
Performing.
There you go. Performing to a small crowd. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, there's a lot of blanks here. So I'm gonna hand it off to the next person, if you don't mind. Quick shout out and welcome to Keiko. Hey Keiko, welcome to the class.
Hey, teacher.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Yep, you're good. Okay, let's move on. Performing to a small crowd in a tavern in Azul. Anna Carolina, finish the sentence. You got
Okay.
2 for 1.
He finished off his act by hiding a bullet fired by his assistant in his teeth.
Okay, now wait a minute. He finished off, past tense. Finish off is a phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs act exactly like normal one-word verbs. So simple past tense. Good job. All right, he ended his big act by
Hiding a bullet.
Did he hide a bullet? I know magicians love to hide things, but he did it in his teeth.
By getting.
Do you get a bullet in the teeth? Ow.
I don't know. My gosh, teacher.
That could be painful.
No, I don't know.
Okay. The classic. Yeah. Catching. You got the right idea. It's going to be an ing. By catching a bullet fired by his assistant in his teeth. All right. So that's his magic trick. He's going to catch a bullet in his teeth. Okay. Yeah. Catching the bullet in his teeth. All right. Phillip. Okay. Can you continue?
Yes, teacher. He finished his act by firing a bullet fired by his assistant in his teeth.
Okay. And continuing.
In reality, the assistant finished off a blank, and the magician simply catch a bullet he hid in his mouth.
Not quite. The assistant, okay, let's look at the assistant is a subject. He blanked a blank. He blanked a blank. Okay, well that's confusing. All right. So think about shooting a gun. What's the action? The assistant something a blank. Do you know what a blank is here, Phillip?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the problem. A blank is a bullet that has actually no bullet. It has no metal piece that shoots through your body. It just has the gunpowder, so it makes a loud noise. So like Hollywood movies, they're bang, bang, bang. They're shooting blanks. There's no bullet.
Okay. I mean, the assistant disguise.
So the assistant, what a blank.
Disguises.
Disguise is the
Disguise.
pronunciation. But
Disguise.
no, even though it's a blank, we use the same verb. You as a bullet. A blank is a
fire.
kind of. There you go.
Fire.
There you go.
Fire the blank.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And the magician simply.
Simply cut the bullet.
Well, no, we already used caught anyway. But he didn't really catch it because it was a blank. There was no real bullet.
Got a bullet. Got a bullet.
Close. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay. Got a bullet, or maybe he produced a bullet. Okay. The verb produce here can mean, produce can mean, all right, well, Toyota produces cars. All right, fine. But to produce can also mean to show. For example, especially if I'm talking to you and we shake hands, I can produce a business card from my pocket and give it to you. So to produce can also mean to show. All right? Maybe you're not familiar with that meaning. It's a less used meaning of produce.
Okay.
All right. I can produce a large bundle of cash from my pocket. It's hidden, and here it is. All right. So, all right. His assistant fired a blank, and the magician simply produced a bullet, showed a bullet. He
hid in his mouth.
Hid. Okay. Wait. That's great. However, before he produced the bullet, that action, before that, he hid it. So what is the verb tense?
He had hidden.
There you go. We need past perfect tense. Good job, Philip. Excellent. Previously, he had hidden the bullet in his mouth, a real bullet. Right, so when we have two actions but one clearly happened before the other, the one that clearly happened first, we're going to use past perfect for. Okay, that's it.
Okay, teacher.
All right. So there we go. Good job. There's the trick. All right, now. Okay, but, and now the end of the story. Keiko, can you take over? But?
Yes, teacher. But Marcus Asprella, a 48-year-old gold miner in the audience, blank this.
Tricky one. Okay. What the trick is here, Keiko, to know what this is referring to. Do you know what this refers to? This is being used like a...
Yeah. I think he saw the trick, the magician trick. When the magician took or produced the other bullet.
Right. Okay.
But I think it can be put off or yell. Could it be yell if he declares of if he claims that
well
if he
Well, you're on the right track. This refers to the idea that the magician simply had a bullet hidden in his mouth. So Marco, something, the fact that he had hidden the bullet. He didn't see it.
He,
He didn't
he,
get
he
it.
saw it.
No.
He saw it.
The idea is he didn't understand that the magician,
Okay.
he didn't get it.
To
In fact,
count.
in
No,
fact,
if it was to count, it was necessary an article.
mm-hmm.
To,
Okay.
It can be missed this.
There you go. He missed the fact. He didn't see it. So some of these uses of the verb are less, normal or common. If you miss something, you didn't comprehend it. You didn't see it. Both. Either you didn't see it or you didn't understand it, or both. So, like in English, a common phrase for English speakers, am I missing something? When I say that simple phrase, am I missing something? What I'm really saying, did I not hear and or understand something? It's a very common phrase when we don't understand. Am I missing something here? I'm confused.
Pass out. Pass
Sorry.
out. Pass out.
No.
Out of it.
No, not sure what you're saying. No, I'm saying that the use of miss here means to not understand. Pass out is something completely different. Become unconscious.
Okay.
Nothing to do with that. No, you just didn't hear it, maybe, or you didn't get a piece of information, so you don't understand. In this case, Marco didn't understand. He didn't understand that this was.
He didn't realize.
That's it. That's it. Okay. So, continuing, Wagner from He Was.
He was so impressed by the trick that he took out his own .45 caliber handgun and
Okay.
he fired. No,
Wow.
he yelled.
He yelled. Catch this one, Professor. There you go.
Mhm.
He yelled. Very good, Wagner. You're perfect. All right. He was so impressed that he took out his own gun. Yelled, catch this one, Professor. Yeah, okay. I think we know what's going to happen now. Jorge, can you take over and finish us off here?
Okay. Oh God.
So,
I'm not sure again. Give me hints, please.
all right. He took out his own gun and he yelled, catch this one, and then the action, all right, you do with a
Fire
gun.
it.
Yeah.
Firing.
Firing, exactly. All right.
Uh-huh.
So this action is continuing. All right. All right.
Firing straight into Marco's face. Almost. Almost. Let me check. Not sure. Almost his head off.
Yeah, blank his head off. If you if you shoot a gun at someone's head, you will what their head off.
Through? Throw?
No,
Through?
no, not throw his head off. Very, very kind of a colloquial phrase here.
Maybe is
Little bit
let
idiomatic. Yeah.
let me conjugate this verb. Is blue?
There you go. You got it. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Blow is a irregular verb. Good job. Almost blew his head off. Almost. Okay.
It's like a sarcasm, right? It's like a
Well, it's kind of
oh,
a little bit slangy. It's colloquial. It's a very common expression for Americans. He blew his head off. Yeah. Blow your face off, where there's many versions. Americans being so violent. Okay.
okay.
And Brits have the same one. Okay, so there we go. Catch this one, Professor. Firing it straight into Marco's face, almost blowing his head off. Oh, here would be ing. Almost, almost blowing his head off. Notice the use of the ing verbs here. There are clearly actions, but notice that they're not was firing. He was almost blowing his head off. Okay, that's because way back in the sentence we have he was. In this case, it's a more informal style. We are using the auxiliary verb all the way through the text of the sentence. It's a little more informal. This is actually more the way we would speak it, actually. Okay, so there you go. There's the story. All right, clearly his trick didn't work too well. Okay, on to the next story. Oh, no, we're not done. Oh, I forgot. Okay. No, the story continues. Anna Carolina.
But I cannot see the verb.
Yeah, let me see.
Okay. He was stunned that he my gosh, he the magician, and now through his trial. Ah, my gosh, it is difficult. Could you give me a hint?
Sure. In this case, you may have to scan down through the material to realize that there's a charge of murder.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let me think a bit, because it's very difficult to know. He was stunned that he blanked the magician, and now through his trial, it's clear that he didn't. I know the number 15. Okay.
But wait.
Why the man hadn't.
Okay, just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Think subject, verb, object. So we know that he, again, here, he was stunned that we're talking about, what's his name? Marco? Yeah, Marco.
Yes, a crazy guy.
Marco blanked the magician.
Okay. What did he do there?
Remember, he just blew his head off.
But it wasn't the magician's head, was it?
Yes, it most certainly was.
Ah, okay. He killed the magician?
Yes, he certainly did. Okay. He was stunned after the fact, so he...
Had he killed?
There you go. First he killed him, then he was stunned. So again, we see the past perfect here. He was stunned that he had killed the magician. Right.
It was very difficult.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe I should have made sure that we understand what's going on in the story. The magician pretended to catch a bullet. His audience member thought he really could catch a bullet in his teeth, So the audience member pulled out a gun and shot him in the face. He didn't understand it was a magic trick. It wasn't real. That's the idea. Okay.
I've got it now.
Okay.
The most difficult part was because I thought he almost blew someone's head off,
Right.
but
So
he didn't.
we don't know if he's actually dead yet. That is why I suggested we're probably going to have to scan down a little bit because we see there's a charge of murder. Charge of murder, of course, is the legal charge for killing someone. So you can't charge someone with murder unless they actually killed someone. So yeah, it would be necessary really to understand that. I too didn't understand that until I scanned down. Okay, so yeah, if you try to kill somebody and they survive, that's called attempted murder. So that's different. Okay. All right, let's move on. He was stunned that he had killed the magician. All right. Let's continue here. Phillip. From and all through. Phillip?
Yes, teacher. The magician and all through his trial.
Trial.
Yeah, that he didn't. Trial. The magician and all through his trial.
Okay. All right. All right. Subject. He. Verb killed the magician, and this phrase here is a time phrase all through the trial. So just consider, and he blanket clear.
And
kind of a colloquial.
Find it clear that he didn't kill.
Well, he did.
He didn't find. Oh.
Okay. Wait a second. The key is this phrase, a very common phrase. So let me make this perfectly clear to you, Phillip. There is a phrase hidden here that I need to make clear to you. There's a collocation. If you make something more understandable, you make it clear. All right. This is a very common collocation. To clarify as a verb. Another way we say to clarify is to make clear.
Yes.
All right. Yes. All right. So there you go. There it is.
And all through his trial, made that he didn't made it clear. Okay, made it clear that he didn't perceive. Didn't perceive why the man hadn't.
What? Did you say perceive? Which would be agree.
Okay. Didn't understand. Didn't understand.
There you go.
Why the man the man hadn't
why the man, meaning the magician, he couldn't understand why the magician hadn't what? His bullet.
I don't know, relieved.
Yeah. Well, what was the magician, trying to do? The magician was showing that he could catch a bullet in his teeth.
Okay.
All right.
Why the man hadn't caught his bullet?
Okay. All right. So to review, the silly audience member thought it was a real trick, so he shot the magician in the face and yelled, "Catch this!" He was stunned that he had killed the magician. He couldn't believe it. Stunned, shocked, amazed. And all through his trial, that's the courtroom trial with the judge and the lawyers and so forth, the trial, he made it clear. He made it clear to the judge and whoever was in the court that he didn't understand. He still didn't understand why the magician did not catch his bullet in his teeth. He just did it once. Why couldn't he do it again? Is the idea.
Right.
He still is missing it. He's missing the trick. He's not getting it. Okay. Keiko from the jury.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Keiko, can you take over?
The jury blank and blank him of the charge of murder.
Okay.
The jury sympathized
Very good.
and
Okay, this one you really have to know the verb.
found him or not, no.
Well, okay, the idea being that the jury sympathized with his story. Oh, we feel bad for you.
Yeah.
We understand.
Oh, sorry. We understand.
Yeah.
Sorry. It seems really that you are innocent.
Yeah. That's the idea.
And,
stupid as it may be, that's the idea, yes.
yeah.
So, instead of finding him guilty, you find someone guilty. We're looking for a more formal word that means you find the suspect, you find the accused to be innocent. What is the formal verb? Do you know? If you don't know, it's going to be very difficult. It's a formal verb, not a simple verb.
Acquit, teacher.
That's it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was lucky.
Well, yeah, and it, yeah. So
I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he couldn't really catch a bullet in his teeth. All right, there you go. The jury sympathized and acquitted him of the charge of murder. When someone is acquitted of the charges, they're set free. The judge or the jury says, "Go home. You're innocent." However, there's an addendum. There's an epilogue. There's another ending here. There's more to the story. Wagner, can you give us the epilogue, addendum, additional information at the end?
Okay.
Right.
However, he was found guilty. No?
Great. Yes, good job. He was found guilty. Excellent. Very good. You're using the passive form. Okay, the action happened to him, so we're using the passive past tense. Very good.
of carrying a concealed weapon.
Yes. Excellent.
Or
Okay, let me pass it on. You're too good. He was found guilty of carrying a concealed weapon. All right, that's it. Okay, and finish us off, if you would, Jorge.
Yeah. For which um, a small fine and was also on probation for 2 years. Bueno, maybe 22 is releasing and was also released on probation for 2 years.
Yes, I'm.
And 21 is for which he. Oh no, maybe is for which.
receive.
What is a small fine here? What does
Okay.
mean?
A small fine, he had to pay money. When you are ordered by court to pay money, that's called a fine. So even if you park in the wrong spot, you get a parking ticket, you have to pay a fine. If you're caught speeding, driving too fast, you get a speeding ticket and you probably have to pay a fine. You don't go to jail for those kinds of small, petty crimes. You just pay some money. So that's it. He had to pay money.
Okay, maybe it's for which he received
Indeed.
a small fine
Yeah.
and also uh, was releasing on probation for 2 years.
Okay. For which he received, past tense, a small fine. Very good. And was also released on probation for 2 years. You could also have picked put on probation for 2 years. Either one of those co-locate. So lots of crime-related co-locations in this story. Lots and lots of them. All right. You're found guilty, acquitted of a charge. Very good. You receive a fine.
You sure?
Put on probation or released on probation. Yes. Yes.
Instead of saying acquit him of charge of murder, could I say release him of charge of murder?
No. No. If someone is there, okay, you can be found guilty, as we see later. You can be found not guilty. That's the more informal way to say it, but you're not. We don't say that you're released. We don't say that you're released from charges.
Okay.
Okay. We can. Another way to say it is the charges were dropped, but usually that's the judge decides to not go through with the charges. But
So
the
common way is
fine. The common way, the jury, if the jury decides, then it's the jury finds. In fact, as a matter of fact, in an actual court case in English, the chair, what is it called? Chairman? Now I don't remember. The head of the jury will stand up and he will actually say, "We find the plaintiff guilty on the charge." So they probably would say like this: "We find the plaintiff not guilty on the charge of murder. We find the plaintiff guilty of carrying a concealed weapon." So they actually say it like that in an actual court.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's look at another silly story. Okay. Okay, Anna, Carolina, can you start us off on this story? Here's your verbs. Start off with a few years ago.
A few years ago, Indonesian police arrested a man in Jakarta for selling magic pencils at 225 pounds. what's the
Yeah,
money?
you got it.
Pounds each,
Okay.
which he 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 claimed
Very good.
would automatically um, would automatically produce correct answers to university entrance exams.
4 for 4. 4 vocabulary words correct. 4 verb tenses correct. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Copy.
you. One small. Hang on, just 1 second. Anna Carolina, one small correction. Be careful of pronunciation of police, not policia.
Okay. Okay, teacher. Okay. Um, did I say Policia?
Yeah, you did.
Indonesian.
Slip of the tongue, I'm sure.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
Indonesian police.
that's it. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
it. Okay. Yes, there was a question.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's not a question. I just want to say that I need one.
You need a magic pencil?
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens I have only 6 magic pencils in my inventory. Okay,
How
all
much?
right. I'd be happy to
Thank
send,
you.
but the price is a little higher.
How much?
Yeah. You seem like the Jakarta man.
How much does they cost, teacher?
Well, it depends what test you're taking, Anna Carolina. You got an IELTS test or a TOEFL test. That's
Yes.
going to be 500 pounds each. All right.
I know, too expensive, teacher.
Too much? Okay, but we have a deal. 2 pencils for 1. Today and today only.
I just need one.
Okay. Okay. Let's what I can't believe is people were actually buying these pencils. Wow, okay. All right, let's continue the story. Philip, down here from they.
Okay, from the
Okay, we have to understand who they is.
the about from cell of the pencil. They got about 2,600 pound from
Okay.
cells of the pencils.
Now hang on. As I had mentioned, we have to know who the subject noun is this is absolutely key to understanding the verb. Who is they? From above.
Police?
Yeah.
The police.
Yeah, because the man is singular, so it can't be him. And we haven't really mentioned the people buying the pencils, the victims yet. So it's got to be the police. So the police, all right,
Yes.
got, okay, but, all right, you've got the right idea. How they took, okay, this money from the sales. When police take money from sales, or when they take drugs out of your house, or when they take your car or your house because they know that you used stolen money,
Yes.
there's a word for that, but not just get. A much more
Okay.
specific.
They confiscated.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. They confiscated. So they took it and held it. What they do is they take it and hold it until the court case is over. If you're found guilty, they keep it. Well, depending on where you are, maybe the actual police keep it. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. But there's supposedly it goes to the government, whatever the government wants to do with it. Okay. All right. They confiscated. Okay, good. Past tense. Philip, 2,600. Or you could say 2,600 pounds. The plural comes in the pounds. $2,000. 2,000 pesos, whatever. Okay, you can say 2,600, or you could say it another way. Do you know? Very common English speakers with this particular figure. Yeah.
2,600 pounds.
No, like this. 2,600.
Okay, 2,600
So
pounds.
that's it. So the 00, 1,300, 1,500, 1,800, 6,400.
Okay.
This is very common for English speakers, so you definitely need to be aware of that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's continue.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. You can finish the sentence. Phillip.
Which appeared on sale for almost a whole year.
Okay, and it
Which was on sale for almost a whole year.
yeah, the verb to be is better, but let's think about the verb tense. It happened before they confiscated, but before they confiscated the pencils,
Which had been.
there you go, had been on sale for almost a whole year previous to the confiscated. So again, with the old past perfect there.
Okay.
All right, Keiko, from the man.
The man told the police that the pencils were equipped with copper wire and electronic signals, which would confuse the computers.
Okay.
Okay,
all right, that's good. All right, you can stop there. Yeah, all right. So there are technological reasons. Even though he's caught, he's telling the police, no, really, it works. Okay, which would confuse the computers. All right, Wagner?
The computers that we were used for to correct the accent.
All right.
Would mark the answers, the wrong answers. Would mark.
Oh no, not. Okay, wait a minute. That were used for. Oh, you have it backwards. Okay, the computers that were used for mark, and because we have 4, this is actually going to be a gerund, so it's going to be for marking.
Okay. For marking and would correct.
There you go. That's it. It would correct. So the teacher, or a computer in this case, marks an exam. That's the action of actually scoring it. You could say scoring in an exam too. Okay, but scoring refers to giving a number or a letter grade, but marking refers to actually like correcting, putting a C up, circle with SP, spelling mistake, like that. That's marking. Okay, Jorge, can you finish it off from dozens?
Okay. Dozens of students planned when the magic didn't plan for them. Dozens of students complained when the magic didn't work for them. Hello? Hello? Are you there, guys? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I had a little
Hi.
technical problem there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry. Sorry
Uh,
about that. I got
do you
lost.
hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
problem
Dozens
on my.
of students complained
Okay, great.
when the magic didn't work for them.
That's it. All right. Okay, so much for the magic pencils. Okay.
Was a
Um,
shame.
it's a shame. Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah, I think was true.
Yeah.
Actually, for the part that including technological solution, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. Our next goofy story here. It's back to you, Anna Carolina. See if we can do one more.
I will try. One blank teacher. How many blanks each one?
To the period, I guess.
Okay. When Patricia walking off Westbury on train, um, 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 advertised her Ford Fiesta car for sale. David Bryce, 28, turned up, seemed
Very good. Yeah. Seemed like the perfect buyer. Indeed. Okay. He appeared to be the perfect buyer. Okay. There we go. The setup for the story. Philip.
Teacher, yes. He, like the perfect buyer, with his grandmother. He he turned up with his
Mm-hmm.
grandmother and he turned up with his grandmother and left the old lady with Mr. Wakilin
Mm-hmm.
while he took the car for a test drive.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. He turned up. I'm not sure if you used past tense there, but phrasal verbs, again, work exactly like normal verbs, so simple past. He turned up with his grandmother. Okay, well, there we go. All right. And perfect. Keiko, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that was the last she blank of both him and her car. She saw.
Very good. This is a pretty standard colloquial phrase. That's the last she saw of him. That's the last he saw of her. Okay. That's the last she saw of both him and her car. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Okay, Wagner. Let's see.
The old lady blank not to be his granny at all, but someone who confess.
No, no. The old lady. Let's get this part. It ended up the result.
Turn
No,
out,
there you go. But of course, past tense again.
turn out,
Turned out. Turned out. Not to
turn
be the
out.
granny. That's good. Better pronunciation. All right. He's not. She turned out. She ended up. Ended up. Turned out or ended up to not be his grandmother at all, but someone who
but someone
who blank in a old
in a Bedminster and who walk clean. Oh my god.
Okay, well, we're about out of time, so I'm going to have to help you out here.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Someone who lived in an old people's home in Bedminster,
Right.
and whom Wakeland before had offered to take for a drive. Okay. Before she turned out to not be his granny. Okay. All right. All right. In the end, Bryce was sentenced, passive. You're sentenced to 2 years in prison. You're sentenced to a jail term for the car theft and a number of other con tricks he confessed to. Con tricks, okay. Confidence man, a con man. People who fraudulently tell lies to trick people and steal their money. Okay. So you guys now have some wonderful ideas to go commit some crimes. So have fun with that. Yeah.
I am thinking of building a pencil like that, like the
Yeah.
magician.
Building a pencil. Yeah. Going to an old folks home and borrowing an old lady. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you again.
Thank you.
Here on Verbs.
Okay.